Hello everyone, welcome to the full advanced guide for flying the Apache. If you have checked out my other video where I go over how to land the Apache, that video was specific to landing and healing locations. But for this video, we're going to go in depth into how to fly the Apache, how to do different maneuvers, and all around how I use the Apaches while in game. So let's get into it and start off with how to fly the Apache. So I'm landed right here. Normally you will spawn on the helipad, or at least the Apache will. And to fly, you are going to use your two thumbsticks, and that is it, just your two thumbsticks. Now, your left thumbstick is going to go up and down. When you move your left thumbstick up, it goes up. When you move your left thumbstick down, the Apache goes down. Then you can use it to move left and right. So that is the left thumbstick. Now, we're in the air. Let's see what the right thumbstick does. As you can see, the right thumbstick is all about tilt. It tilts the heli maybe to the right or to the left. But your primary use for the tilt is to go forward, because when you go forward with the tilt, that's how your heli goes forward and moves. Now, it is a combination of both the left and right thumbstick that allows you to fly the heli. Let's try out a couple of different combinations of moving the thumbsticks to see how they work. So I'm in the air. I'm going to start off by going forward. So I'm going to move forward. As you can see, when you tilt forward, your heli moves forward, but you also go down. So you can counter this by pulling up on your left thumbstick. As you pull up with your left thumbstick, you get more elevation, which means you're less likely to crash. So, by going forward with my right thumbstick to tilt and pushing up with my left thumbstick, I stay in the air at the exact same height if I balance it correctly and move forward. If I need to move faster with the Apache, I can just push further. However, there comes a point where you don't get enough elevation with the left thumbstick that you will go down, even if you're pushing up with the left thumbstick, like this. So I'm going to go all the way up. I'm pushing all the way up right now with my thumbstick. You can see me going up, and I'm going to push forward as far as I can. I can even go farther, but I don't want to flip upside down, and you can see I'm going down towards the water. Now that's where you have to balance it. Make sure you don't push the right thumbstick down enough to the point where you're going down in elevation. Try and balance it. So you're going up as much as you're tilting forward, and that just sort of works together and allows you to fly forward. Now, while you are flying forward, you can also turn. Let's try turning with just the left thumbstick and see what happens. Oh, fantastic. Let's try that again. I'm going to be using my left thumbstick to push all the way up so that I can tilt forward and move forward. And I'm going to just use my left thumbstick to turn. Ooh, okay, so let's see what is happening here. This is what's happening. I am not using my tilt, and because of that, the turn is not successful. When you are flying forward and you want to turn, you can't just do this. Unless, of course, you want to look at something while continuing to fly forward. That works pretty good. But if you want to actually turn, what you need to do is you're going to move your tilt to the left and move your left controller to the left. You're going to use both thumbsticks to turn, sort of in synchronization. Because right now, let's see, I'm pushing up with my left thumbstick, pushing down to go forward. If I want to turn right though, I'm going to use both of them to turn right. And if I could show you right now, I would literally be in synchronization, turning both thumbsticks to the left, both thumbsticks to the right. This allows me to turn. All right. Now, I think now that we have a pretty good understanding of some different mechanics for flying, let's talk about some other things you might want to know. First of those important things is how to fly. When you're in either mode with any of the helis, I always suggest flying fairly low. Unless you're in Rush, in a small little map, you might want to fly high, but in Paradise or in any Conquest map especially, you will want to fly low, because when you're low, you are out of range of most Talons. Some can still see you, but most can't. So by flying low, you get rid of any chance of a Talon being able to hit you. And if that is the case, you will live longer, which is always the goal. To fly low, you're going to do the same thing, but just be aware of how close you are to the ground. I could show you how close I can fly to the ground by doing this. It can be pretty fun to fly low, but keep in mind you are in range of rockets. So that's where the next question comes in, is how do you balance being aware of rockets and being aware of Talons? Well, you are going to want to make sure you're not too high to the point that you can't escape any Talons that are fired, especially if you don't have any flares on hand. But you also don't want to fly so low that it's easy for them to hit you with rocket launchers. So a good mix is important. Now, how do you know what a good mix looks like? Well, you're first going to want to see how many people are shooting Talons at you in a match. It'll normally be 1 or 2 people. Be aware of where those people spawn. If you notice, when I've gotten shot at by Talons, I've done this. I've gone into third person, and I've looked as fast as I can to see where it's coming from. That way I know, am I going to be able to outrun it? If it's far enough away, you can outrun it. Am I going to be able to hide behind something? Or do I need to use my flares? The worst case scenario, I get hit, and I really need to go low, evasive maneuvers, and get out of there. But you also need to think, what does an engineer look like? You need to be on the lookout for if they're holding a rocket launcher, because if they're holding a rocket launcher, you don't want to be too low. So just be aware of your surroundings, and I think you'll be a-okay. Now that the AA tank is here, the first thing I'm going to do is take that out immediately. That's always your first goal on Paradise. There we go. That boat turret is shooting me. It's not going to do much. Now, we know how to fly. What are some other maneuvers you can do to help you stay alive and get some cool kills? Well, let's try some of those out. So I'm going to go back towards our boat because that's more of a safer area.
Hostiles are attacking point C.
Anywho, if I'm coming at those ATVs and I'm trying to kill them, this is what I might do. Going forward, and I'm shooting, right? Shooting. Oh, I didn't kill them yet, so I'm going to continue to tilt this way and then even out. So I'm going to tilt to the point where I'm upside down. So I'm using my right thumbstick to tilt. I'm tilting, going upside down. I'm then going to use my tilt and my left thumbstick, so both thumbsticks, to move to the right and even back out. This allows you to get more kills and not pass over people that you don't have enough time to kill. Be aware, though, of how high you are and also what your surroundings are. I wouldn't want to do that by the oil rig because the oil rig is pretty big and I can't run into it. The range that Talon. I've already showed how if you're going straight, you can do this. You can go to the side, shoot, and go back up. I might do that right here, actually. There we go. Just got a few kills there. And so what that does is it allows me to continue going forward, which is perfect. Another important aspect of the Apache is the gunner. Right now I have someone in my gunner spot. This can oftentimes get more kills than the Apache itself if you have a competent gunner and not a competent Apache flyer. That's not good. So I'm going to go really far forward to get out of there fast, and I'm going to hide behind here just to cancel out any Talons, and then I'm going to move further back to find a spot to heal. Here might be good.
Point B is being attacked.
Now sometimes when they come in, oh shoot!
Oh, let's go.
Anywho, sometimes when I'm coming into land, or really going anywhere, I might look out my side windows to help me know where I am. And so, coming over here, might do that. a little bit. You saw when I was coming in fast, while I was turning, I did that. See how high off the ground I was. I suggest using third person though to land, just so you know how high off the ground you are. That was risky. This one is very slow. You need a very flat spot to land. You cannot land in water, so you can have half of your thing in water. Alright, so we've covered how to fly the Apache, evasive maneuvers or cool maneuvers to use, how to heal, get some kills. I feel pretty confident about that. I don't think there are any other things that I feel are important to share with you guys, so I'm going to probably call the video right here, but if you have anything else you want to add on to this video, please drop it down in the comment section below. Maybe some other people can learn from it. So with that being said, that's it for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.